So Arsenal won, Manchester City won, and that was not amazing. We done them 4-1 on penalties in the end, but we are the Community Shield winners of 2023. Yes, lifetime contract. Cheers, guys. Watch it. Drink it in. You will never see anything like this ever again. But listen, we're going to dive into that. We're going to dive into the performances of certain players. We're going to dive into the performances of Man City and Arsenal, the subs, Trossard, the pens. Man City got teabagged. Where are we going forward? Are we going to win the league? Where are we going from here? Is this just a, oh, well done, a one-off, or have we actually broken the hoodoo? We're going to get into it all. But big up to everybody who is tuned in. Make sure you are sticking a thumbs up on the video. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you sub to the second channel. We're getting closer to 20K. It's about 18.6. So make sure you sub to Lee Reacts. Link in description. Big up to everybody who tuned into the watch along as well. Yeah, blessed to all of you lot. That watch along, madness, absolute madness. So thank you very much to everybody. First watch along back for the season, and we do this all over again against Forest. I can't lie, that was draining. I've enjoyed my time off and just doing uploads on both channels. So yeah, that was draining. And this apartment is about 50 degrees right now. It is so hot in here. This Mac, I can boil an egg on it. My head looks like an egg right now. I'm going bald, probably watching Arsenal. But listen, first curtain raiser of the season before the main event next week, when the season actually properly begins. Man City, obviously, we know they're treble winners. We know they're better than us. We know that we've gone out there and done our business. We've signed Timber, we've signed Havertz, we've signed Rice. We've got Raya in the bag pretty much. Xhaka's gone. Yeah, he's testing and trying different formulas and formations. And it's not been a great pre-season, I can't lie. Yeah, if I was to rate it, I'd rate it a 5. I said this on the watch-along. Big up to Ola and Matty. Big up to all of you guys that are in the watch-along as well. I'd rate it a 5 because other than Timber, I haven't really seen anything that I didn't already know. I already know that Thomas Partey is our most important player. I already know that Martin Odegaard, Gibraltar guard, penalty guard, ghosts, big games. He did that again today. I already know that Aaron Ramsdale's on fraud watch. I already know that the Bozo gene at centre-back has the Bozo gene. I already know that Saka and Martinelli can't do it consistently week in, week out because they're still young. They're still going to, they're going to be tired. They're going to be worn out. And listen, we're coming to them in a minute, but I already knew that Kai Havertz was not good enough for this football club. I already knew that Timber was a decent footballer in terms of give me the ball. This guy played centre-back last season. He's making left-back look his own. Zinchenko, the virtue signaling. Yeah, I won't go there because I'll be cancelled, but you all know my thoughts on him, anyone who watches this channel regularly. Yeah, I can't stand him. But Kai Havertz missing a couple of chances. Well, shock, who knew? I think he was like second from bottom of most big chances, or second from top in terms of most big chances missed last season. And again, today he did that. Yeah, and this is why I've been crying out for a striker. If you put Harry Kane in them positions, you put Ivan Toney in them positions, Benzema in them positions, Lewandowski, like just a decent striker. Haaland, all these players that are decent strikers, you put them in them positions that Havertz had today and them chances. Ben White laid one on a plate. Toney, Havertz, Benzema, Kane, Haaland, in the back of the net, mate. Even Ollie Watkins. Yeah, we can even throw Ollie Watkins into the mix. He's had a great preseason, by the way. Somebody that I've wanted at Arsenal for a long time, but got laughed at. But don't worry, everyone will wake up eventually because they always do. A bit like Ivan Toney, a bit like Trossard. Cool. But anyway, I digress. A decent striker buries at least one of them. A top striker buries them both. Yeah, and this is why I worry about us this season. We're going to struggle this season. We genuinely are. Yeah, when I look at other teams, Man United are a great example. They competed on 2 cup fronts, got to 2 finals. They competed in the Europa League. It was only for Harry Maguire's moonhead and David De Gea rushing out a goal that they actually didn't qualify to the next round, which would have been semi-final stage. And they used ultimately pretty much the same team. They've now upgraded their goalkeeper. They've got a focal point up front. They've got legs in midfield. Even though most of you probably don't rate Mason Mount. I think he's all right. I don't think he's great. He gives them legs. He gives them energy. He'll press. He'll run his nuts off. But they ultimately competed on 3 fronts. Technically, points tally-wise, at one point, they were in a title race for 24 hours, whatever. But they were in all 3 cup competitions with the same team. We binned off all 3 cups to go and win the league that we ultimately bottled. And this pre-season has taught me nothing apart from Timber's better than I thought he was. I thought Timber was decent. I don't watch Ajax, neither do you. Yeah, let's all stop pretending that we all watch Ajax. We don't. But from what we've seen of Timber, comfortable in possession, cool as a cucumber, composure 100, elite level passing. He is basically an upgrade on Zinchenko. He's an upgrade on Ben White. And I thought Ben White had a good season last season. It was only until the capitulation that I put him in the bin a little bit. But when we're talking about today's game, yeah, forget the Monaco game, forget Man United, Barca, Nuremberg, all this stuff. Let's go to today's game. Yeah, Man City, it was a bit bitty. It was a very bitty game. It was all over the place. But ultimately, Kai Havertz couldn't finish his dinner. Ultimately, the manager did what he always does, longs out substitutions, and then takes off the best player. And it's like, bro, why are you taking off Timber? Everyone who watches me knows I'm a Tierney fan. Yeah, I love that guy. What are you doing, bro? But again, he will be the scapegoat if we had lost. It would be, oh, yeah, it's Tierney's fault. Bro, this guy's barely played a game, a full game, for how long? A year? Tommy Yasu's played over him in pre-season. Timber's playing over him, right? This guy's barely played. So I get that he's not match ready. I get it. And if I'm Kieran Tierney, I'm leaving. But again, let's not focus on Tierney. Yeah. Let's focus on why the manager subbed our best player off. Why? Why are you taking Timber off? He was immense. He weren't great going forward, but defensively, my kind of defender. Throw your body on the line. Be comfortable in possession. Be composed. Try and make the good passes, the right passes. Keep the ball ticking over. He did absolutely everything. Yeah, I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was easily head and shoulders best player on the pitch. But ultimately, this manager does what he always does, reverts back to type, subs him off. Cool. And then you bring Tierney on. Everyone will blame Tierney for the goal. Well, yeah, cool. Tierney's part of the problem. Why is Gabriel Magalhaes going back to Bozo Gene doing the splits? Gabriel Magalhaes is over 6 foot tall. Go and have a look when he's doing the splits and putting his arms behind his back and all this. He's probably about 4'11". Now go and watch the goalkeeper, who I've said all summer is on fraud watch. And it's funny because now we're linked to Raya. All the people that have hyped this goalkeeper up, Ramsdale, are now actually showing their true opinions on Ramsdale, which kind of aligns to my true opinions on Ramsdale from the get-go. He's all right. He ain't great. And ultimately, he ain't good enough. But it takes to go and sign somebody else, a shiny new toy, for this fan base to actually get on the same page. And this is why we ain't going to win anything. Yeah, we're not going to win anything this season. As sad as it is, yeah, we're not going to win anything this season. Go and have a look at Ramsdale for that goal. It's not top bins. It's just off centre. Yeah, and again, a 6 foot plus goalkeeper is about 4'11" again. Like, why? He nearly got lobbed from the halfway line. He weren't even that far out of his goal. What? Seriously? We see Anana get lobbed. At least he was 30 yards out of his goal and he's running back. Our goalkeeper was about just outside the 18-yard box. Why was he making that so awkward? We've got a lot of issues to resolve. And listen, yes, it is only pre-season. Yes, fantastic. We've won the Shield. Cool. I think the last 4, 5, 6 times that we've won it, the team we've beaten have ultimately gone on and won the league. That don't bode well. Hopefully we can break the duck. We did break the duck about beating Man City. Technically, it's a draw. But on penalties, we did win. It just goes to show that when you have Trossard on the pitch, there's a threat. Martinelli and Saka today, anonymous. Odegaard, anonymous. Declan Rice, not bad. Yeah, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, it weren't bad. It's a different level. It's a different micro-managing manager constantly talking you through a game. He's never had that before. And it's going to take time to gel and get used to. But ultimately, which is the word of the day, by the way, I've said that about 7 times. Have a shot every time I say ultimately. Ultimately, we ain't got time. Kai Havertz is not the guy. Trossard should have started. Yeah, Trossard takes a pot shot. Eddie Nketiah came off the bench today. Yeah, and in stoppage time, literally in stoppage time, this guy, yeah, I don't know why my clock stopped at 103 as well, but there we go. But anyway, ultimately in stoppage time, he's getting the ball and nobody's in picture. Thank God Trossard took a shot. Yeah, the penalties were decent. I can't lie. Absolutely quality. Vieira's penalty was elite. Yeah, teabagged them. Absolutely teabagged them. But are we going to win the league? No. We're going to win the Champions League? No. So it's the FA Cup or the League Cup. Well, the Superfan channel has already told us that the League Cup is beneath a club like Arsenal, yet they're all at Wembley today twerking. So it's the FA Cup or bust then. Never known a football club to do nearly 700 million when Raya comes in. 700 mil. And have no pressure to win anything. Yeah. It's do or die for this manager this season. And I'm telling you now, it's going to go one way or the other. We're either going to absolutely win the league, or I think this season he's getting sacked. Just my opinion on it. You leave yours down below. Let me know your thoughts and feelings and all of that. Kenny Ken's fan cam's coming up shortly. He's at the game. He was at Wembley. Big up, Kenny. Jez will be coming up after that, and then Matty, and then player ratings. So plenty more to come. We're fully back. And it's been draining already. We're out of here, people. Adios, amigos. Ciao.